The tragic untold story of Cleopatra, last pharaoh of ancient Egypt. Cleopatra VII, the last pharaoh of ancient Egypt, remains one of history's most enigmatic and misunderstood figures. Her story, filled with power, romance, political intrigue, and ultimate tragedy, marks the end of Egypt's glorious dynastic rule. Often overshadowed by myths and dramatizations, the real Cleopatra was an astute ruler, strategist, and diplomat who fought tirelessly to protect her kingdom from Roman conquest. Born in 69 BCE in Alexandria, Cleopatra was a member of the Ptolemaic dynasty, a family of Macedonian Greeks who had ruled Egypt since the conquests of Alexander the Great. Unlike many of her predecessors, she embraced Egyptian culture and was one of the few in her line who learned the Egyptian language, fostering a connection with her subjects. Cleopatra ascended to the throne at just 18 years old, ruling alongside her younger brother and husband Ptolemy XIII. However, their joint rule was fraught with conflict, as Ptolemy's advisors sought to undermine Cleopatra's authority. Tensions escalated into a civil war, and Cleopatra was forced to flee Alexandria. It was during this period of exile that she made one of her most famous moves, securing an alliance with the Roman general Julius Caesar. In a legendary tale of ingenuity, Cleopatra smuggled herself into Caesar's palace, rolled up in a carpet, presenting herself as the rightful ruler of Egypt. Captivated by her intelligence and charm, Caesar backed her claim to the throne. Together, they defeated Ptolemy XIII's forces, and Cleopatra was restored as pharaoh, this time ruling with her younger brother Ptolemy XIV. Her relationship with Caesar also produced a son, Ptolemy XV, known as Caesarion, whom she hoped would secure her dynasty's future. However, Cleopatra's fortunes were deeply tied to Rome's volatile politics. In 44 BCE, Julius Caesar was assassinated, throwing Rome into chaos and endangering Cleopatra's position. She soon aligned herself with another powerful Roman figure, Mark Antony, a member of the Second Triumvirate who controlled the eastern territories of Rome. Cleopatra and Mark Antony's relationship was a blend of political alliance and passionate romance. Together, they sought to establish a powerful empire that could stand against Rome's rising forces. Their union produced 3 children, and a vision of a vast eastern kingdom ruled jointly. However, their ambitions alarmed Octavian, Julius Caesar's heir, and the future Emperor Augustus. Octavian declared war on Cleopatra and Antony, framing their alliance as a threat to Rome itself. The conflict culminated in the famous Battle of Actium 33 BCE, where Octavian's forces decisively defeated Cleopatra and Antony's navy. Following the defeat, Antony and Cleopatra retreated to Alexandria, their dreams of a joint empire in ruins. With Octavian closing in, Antony, believing Cleopatra had died, fell on his sword. He died in her arms after learning she was still alive. Realizing that her capture was imminent, Cleopatra chose to end her own life rather than be paraded through Rome as a trophy of conquest. According to legend, she allowed herself to be bitten by an asp, though the exact details of her death remain unclear. Cleopatra's suicide in 30 BCE marked the end of the Ptolemaic dynasty and the beginning of Egypt's absorption into the Roman Empire. Her son Caesarion was executed on Octavian's orders, extinguishing the last hope for an independent Egypt. Cleopatra's death brought an end to a civilization that had stood for millennia, with Alexandria, once a beacon of culture and learning, now under Roman control. Despite her tragic end, Cleopatra's legacy has endured for over 2,000 years. While Roman historians painted her as a seductress who used her charm to manipulate powerful men, modern scholarship recognizes her as a brilliant leader.